Hello, this is Smarter Prepping with Uncle Mark, and I'm Uncle Mark. The time is now approximately 8:30 p.m. It is Tuesday, the 4th of June, 2024. It's Tuesday, the 4th of June, 2024. We just had a very intense thunderstorm. Really intense thunderstorm. I mean, This is Wichita, Kansas. We get every kind of weather that you could talk about. Okay? There have been times, I've seen times when we had not one drop of rain for a solid month or a solid 2 months. Not one drop of rain for a month or 2 months. And then at other times, we'll get intense rain. For it was less than an hour we had rain coming, but it was coming out so hard. The storm was so intense. Check this out over here. See that? That's a limb, a tree branch that came down. Like, I need to go see if I can help my neighbor in a few minutes here. As I get done with recording this video, go help my neighbor with that. I should have put my other glasses on. If you can see the little juniper tree off to the left of that neighbor's door, and to the right is it. Well, you can't see from there. It's a limb that came down off the bigger elm tree. That type of elm tree loses limbs pretty easily. The limbs get half dead. See these limbs up here are half dead. They fall down a lot. Anyway, so, and like I say, we'll have any kind of weather you can imagine in Wichita, Kansas. Not a drop of rain for a month or two, or this storm was so intense, I had a puddle of water on my window ledge. I had to mop it up. The puddle went way over that way. I mopped it up with this towel. I have lots of bath towels. Uncle Mark has lots of bath towels. And the rain was splattering on the floor, so I got another bath towel. Uncle Mark has plenty of bath towels. Sop it up that way, sop it up that way. Oh, by the way, earlier I was over there, just as the rain was hitting, I was messing around. That neighbor had a dead tree stump. He was trying to get it with an axe. I decided to try work on it with a shovel and my bow saw. Last video showed that I had a bow saw. Those clothespins are what I use when I have outgoing mail. I have to clip it on to the metal flap with a clothespin, the metal flap with the mail slot. Make decisions from the heart and use your head to make it work. I was going to show you here in the guest room. It never rains hard enough to get water in here in the guest room until it did. Just a little bit of puddle. Like I say, the rain was so intense. I'll take this cloth away now. So intense that it made a little puddle. I don't even know where it snuck in. The rain was forcing itself so hard it forced its way in to the guest room a little bit. Soppy, wet. Glad I tracked in. Oh my gosh. But I had to show you that beautiful. No, the sun hasn't quite gone down yet, so we've got that twilight lights. Wichita, Kansas, pretty twilight. So pretty. Look out the back door, so pretty. Look at the tomatoes. Happy tomatoes have been watered real well. Oh, one of my neighbors gave me a big batch of aluminum cans. I got to get them all crushed up with my little can crusher. See, my tomatoes are so happy. I usually make a tomatoes video on a Friday. I'm going to quit counting them, I think, and just do a nice, I'll count the large ones maybe. Such a pretty twilight time. It's twilight time in Wichita, Kansas. Anyway, oh man, I got my batches of food and I got my cookies. Remember, I had a video about my great big batch of cookies. Those cookies one by one, warm it up in the microwave 30 seconds, so it cool off a little bit. A little bit of milk. I buy very little groceries, but I bought a little milk to go with my cookies, right? Like I say, I have so much peanut butter still. So much peanut butter. Uncle Mark's got so much peanut butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pounds still. I was almost full. It's like 11 pounds of peanut butter still. And all the cherries over there. And I got oatmeal in the freezer. So, I made peanut butter, oatmeal, dried cherry cookies. Anyway, I'm going to give it up at this point. On my last video, I failed to watch my clock, and I went past the 9 minutes or so I didn't get to put the later tater. So this time I'm going to say what Tanya always liked to say, along with how she wrote, "Welcome to our happy home," and she wrote, "Make decisions from the heart and use your head to make it work." And she also liked to say later tater. So you ready? 3, 2, 1. Later tater.